Welcome back. This is Nikki of Nikki's Homemade Crafts, and today I'm going to teach you how to crochet this daisy linked crochet granny square. So if you want to learn how to make this, get your yarn ready. You're going to need some worsted yarn. I'm using We Crochet's worsted yarn. I'm going to use white, yellow, and green, and you can totally make it in different colors in order to maybe turn this daisy into a sunflower if you like, but I'm also using a 5mm crochet hook. This daisy granny square was used for my big checkerboard daisy granny square blanket that used mostly linked crochet. So yes, you're going to learn how to crochet linked crochet in this tutorial, going through this square step by step. You can get the written instructions for this square on my website free to view, but it has ads and you can't print it. But I also have a few additional options on how to get this pattern ad-free. This square is part of a blanket, so you would have to get the entire blanket pattern in order to get this square ad-free. If you're making the blanket using this square, I have a few separate videos that might be helpful for you. Number one is the join as you go method using this square. So if you are choosing that option to make the blanket, check out my other video. I linked it down below for that. I also made a little experiment with this pattern right here that allows you to figure out how to use different yarn and substitute it. So I made a little experiment to see if you're using the same yarn but different crochet hooks, or the same crochet hook with different yarn, and what the effect of it is using the exact same pattern. If you need to use a different yarn, then this experiment might be for you because it allows you to figure out how you can substitute it easily in different yarn weight using different crochet hooks. So see the link down below for that if you want to watch that video or need the written instructions for that as well. Now let's get started to crochet this amazing little granny square. In order to get started with the daisy linked crochet square, you're going to make a magic ring. Here's how I like to do the magic ring. I'm going to take my yarn and wrap it around my two fingers and make an X. I'm going to put my hook through and pull the yarn through, hold everything in place. And now I'm going to put my yarn on my hand, the hand that I usually use for my yarn, and then put my ring finger into the ring. That allows me to create some tension. Then I make a chain of 1, which holds everything in place. So even if I let go, everything kind of stays in place, okay? Now, having my ring finger in there allows me to have tension, and therefore it's easier for me to crochet into the ring. If you find your ring is a little big, just pull it a little tiny bit and then readjust, put your ring finger into it, and now it's time to add our stitches. We're going to add 6 single crochets to the ring. Double check you have 6. Then you're going to pull your yarn and close the ring. I like to make an invisible slip stitch, but you can also do a regular slip stitch to the very first stitch that you made. Let me show you the invisible slip stitch. So you pull out your loop a little bit. You're going to take your hook out and you're going to insert it into the first stitch from the back to the front. You're going to take your loop, put it back on your hook and pull it back. It's more of a relocation of your little loop, but I like to call it the invisible slip stitch. Now, instead of making a chain of 1, I like to skip that because it just creates extra bulk, but you can totally do so if you want. In the next round, we're just going to crochet 2 single crochets per stitch all the way around. So you're going to go from 6 stitches to 12 stitches at the end of this round. At the end of the round, always double check that you have the correct amount of stitches. And again, I like to do the invisible slip stitch. We're now going to cut our yarn. So we're done with the yellow. You can make a regular slip stitch or slip knot at the back here. So I'm just going to pull mine, and I'm going to weave in my end here at the same time in the next round. You're now going to grab your white, add it to your hook after you made a slip knot, and now you're going to insert it into your very first stitch. Remember, we like to weave in our yarn here at the same time, but you can also do it later if you prefer. You're now going to make a single crochet. We're making an unfinished alternative turning chain that is the height of a treble crochet. So let me show you what that actually means. So we have one single crochet here. I'm going to insert my hook into the loop that's closest to my yarn finger, yarn over and pull through. And now you're going to make another single crochet. You have 2 loops on your hook, yarn over and pull through. That is currently the height of a double crochet. We're going to add one more section on top, but we're not going to finish it. And that will be the height of a treble crochet. So again, insert your hook here into the loop that is closest to your yarn finger of the last single crochet that you made, yarn over and pull through. And at this stage, you're going to stop. So instead of doing a yarn over and pull through, you're going to stop right here because we're going to make a cluster. So you're now going to make 2 more treble crochets in the same stitch, but they are both unfinished. So yarn over and pull through 2, yarn over and pull through 2, and you're going to stop right here. So now we have 3 loops on our hook. Let's do one more unfinished treble crochet. So yarn over twice, insert it into the stitch, yarn over and pull through. Now yarn over and pull through 2, yarn over and pull through 2. You now have 4 loops on your hook, yarn over and pull through all. That's your very first treble crochet cluster. Now yarn over and pull through for 1 extra chain. You're now going to go in every stitch and make a 3 treble crochet cluster. So let me show you the next one, which doesn't have the alternative turning chain included. So yarn over twice, insert it into the next stitch, yarn over and pull through. And now you're going to do yarn over and pull through 2, yarn over and pull through 2. Now let's do that again. And you're going to do it one more time. Now again, you have 4 loops on your hook, yarn over and pull through all, and then chain 1. Now the way you just did that treble crochet cluster right here, that's what you're going to repeat all over until the end. So you should have in the end 12 clusters. So let me finish mine, and then I'll show to you how it looks like at the end. And once you're done, it's going to look like this. So you have 12 clusters all the way around in the height of a treble crochet. So now we're going into the next 2 rounds all with green. And I'm using here this light green to make sure that you can see it properly. And we're only going to use a linked crochet for this. So you're going to use linked treble crochet as well as linked double crochet. Now I'm going to show you step by step on how to do that. So let's go. You're going to insert your hook into one of the chain spaces. I'm going to do it right where I finished off, right where I did the invisible slip stitch and then made a slip knot in the back so I can weave in my yarn here at the same time. So insert my hook into that chain space, the very last one. Then pull my slip knot through. Adjust it a little bit to make sure it's not too large. And now you're going to make a chain of 3. Remember, we are weaving in our yarn here at the same time. We're now going to make a linked treble crochet stitch. So let me show you how that works. You're going to insert your hook into the 2nd and 3rd chain from the hook. Instead of doing yarn overs like this, we're going to insert it first into the 2nd, yarn over, that's your first yarn over, into the 3rd chain from the hook, and that's your 2nd yarn over. So you now have your 2 yarn overs for the treble crochet. Now insert it into the chain space, yarn over and pull through, and you're now going to finish it up like a triple crochet. You now have a linked treble crochet right here. That chain right here that we made, the chain of 3, doesn't count. It's just so that we can connect it, okay? You now have these horizontal bars right here, okay? We're going to use those horizontal bars in order to connect the next stitch with this one. Okay, so again, instead of doing the yarn over twice, you're going to first insert it into this horizontal bar one at a time and do yarn overs. Okay, so just look at those horizontal bars and then make a yarn over. So you have now 2 yarn overs right there. Insert it into the chain space, yarn over and pull through, and finish it up like a triple crochet. We now made our very first half of a corner. We're going to finish this corner at the very end, okay? We're now going to make 2 regular linked crochet. Well, they almost look like clusters, but they also look like granny stitches. So it's kind of like a linked crochet granny stitch, okay? So we're going to add 3 linked double crochet stitches right in this chain space and in this chain space, okay? So we do it twice. So let me show you how that works. So you have these horizontal bars here, right? They're for the triple crochet. But we're only going to use the bottom one right now because we're doing double crochets now. So linked double crochet. So down here, you're going to insert your hook, yarn over and pull through. And now go into the next chain space. Remember, we're carrying our yarn here. So next chain space right here, yarn over and pull through and finish it up like a double crochet. You made your very first linked double crochet. Now again, insert it into that horizontal bar, yarn over and pull through, into the chain space, yarn over, pull through, finish it up like a double crochet. And let's do one more. So you now have 3 linked double crochet stitches in that chain space. You're going to repeat this entire thing one more time in the next chain space. So let me do that. So there we go. So we now have 2 of the same. So it's 3 linked double crochets in each of these 2 chain spaces. You're now going into the next chain space, and we're now going to make our very first full corner. So it is similar to this, just that we are going to make a full one. So here's what you're going to do. We're going from a double crochet to a triple crochet. All the corners right here in this round are in triple crochet stitches. So in order to go up from a double to a triple, you're going to yarn over because we need the height of it, and then insert your hook into this horizontal bar right here, yarn over and pull through. Now you have your 3 loops. Go into the next chain space, yarn over and pull through. You have your 4 loops, yarn over and pull through 2, 2, and 2. So we have our first triple crochet right here. We're going to need one more. So insert it into those horizontal bars and do your yarn overs. And go also in the chain space, yarn over, and finish it up like a triple crochet. That's half of a corner. You're going to make a chain of 1. And now you're going to need to do another triple crochet right here, okay? But we don't want to connect it to this one because we want a little bit of a gap just to, you know, fancy it up a little bit. So here's what you're going to do. You're going to make a regular triple crochet stitch into the chain space. And now the next triple crochet stitch is going to be connected to this regular triple crochet stitch. So you're going to look for these 2, like they're almost like diagonal bars at this point, right? These ones. So this one and this one. So insert it, yarn over and pull through, insert, yarn over and pull through, and go into the chain space, yarn over and pull through. Again, finish it up like a triple crochet. So you now made your very first corner. So there are 4 stitches and separated with a chain in between. So it's 2, 1 chain and 2 stitches, and that is your corner. You're now going to repeat this and this over here. So these 2, so that means there's 3 linked double crochet here, 3 linked double crochet here, then a corner again. And then you're going to repeat this all over, and then we're going to finish up the corner together. But I do want to quickly remind you, in order to go from a triple crochet to a double crochet, both of them linked, you're going to go into the bottom one of these two horizontal bars, right? We're going from a triple to a double. So we're going to ignore this one, and we're going to go into the bottom one, yarn over and pull through, and then into the next chain space, and then finish it up like a double crochet, right? So that's your very first linked double crochet. Now go ahead and finish this, and then I'll show you the very last little piece, which is finishing up the corner. We're going to do that part together. All right, so now it's time to finish the last corner. So let's do that together. So again, you're going to do your yarn over. You're going to go insert your hook into that horizontal bar, yarn over and pull through. Go into the corner, yarn over and pull through, and make your treble crochet. Let's do one more. So go into those horizontal bars, into the chain space, always a yarn over, and now you have your treble crochet stitch. Now you're going to make one chain, and we're now going to connect it to the very first stitch. You can do a regular slip stitch, or like me, an invisible one. And you're now done with this round. You went now from a circle to a square. We're now done with linked treble crochet stitches. For the next round, we're just going to do linked double crochet. Okay, so again, we're going to make a half corner first. So we're going back into that chain space right here. So make a chain of 2, not 3, because we're doing double. Okay, so insert into the second chain from the hook, yarn over and pull through, and go into the chain space, yarn over and pull through. And now you have 3 loops on your hook, yarn over and pull through 2, yarn over and pull through 2. You made your very first linked double crochet stitch. Remember that chain of 2 does not count as a stitch. Now let's do one more in that same space. So insert into the horizontal bar, yarn over, go into the chain space, yarn over and pull through, and finish it up like a double crochet. So now you're going to go in every stitch, and you're going to crochet one linked double crochet stitch. So one stitch at a time. So every time connect to the previous linked double crochet. So just like that, horizontal bar. Now go find your stitch. The next one is right here. Yarn over and pull through, and make your linked double crochet stitch. So go ahead and do this until the first corner, and then I'll show you how to do the corner and go from there. All right, so now I have my first edge done. They're all linked double crochet stitches, one stitch at a time. Now we're going into the corner, and again we're going to do linked double crochet stitches. So into that chain space, you're going to make 2 linked double crochet stitches, a chain of 1. And now you're going to make, just like we did in the previous row, we had to make like a regular treble crochet stitch. Here we're going to make a regular double crochet stitch, also into that chain space. And now we need to connect the next linked double crochet stitch to this one. So you can see that there's that bar right here. It's more of a diagonal when you do the regular one. So you go insert it right here, yarn over and pull through, and now go into the chain space, yarn over and pull through, and make a linked double crochet stitch. So that actually turns this previous regular double crochet into a linked one, right? So now we're done with the corner. So we have 2 linked double crochet stitches, chain of 1, regular double crochet, and then connected linked double crochet stitch. Okay, so that's one corner. You're now going to go into every stitch again, and you're going to crochet 1 linked double crochet stitch. Now here's the thing. This is where some crocheters may forget a stitch or 2. Okay, so let me show you. This is a very, very important part right here. Okay, in the previous round we did 2 stitches, and this loop right here, the top one, may be hidden a little bit, right? So if this is kind of over, you may not see it. So make sure you are putting a stitch into that stitch right here, okay, where the treble crochet is. You need to go into that stitch. Do not miss it. This is the one that seems to be missed very frequently because this corner seems to be kind of shifting over there a little bit and maybe covering it up. So make sure you do not miss that one. So let me show you. So I'm going to insert my hook here, do my yarn over, right? I'm going to push my corner to the side just a tad so I can see my stitch. And right here, that's the stitch that some crocheters may be missing. So insert there, yarn over and pull through, finish it up like a triple crochet stitch. Now go ahead and continue and do 1 stitch per stitch, all linked double crochet, do the corner, then again 1 stitch per stitch, all linked double crochet, corner, linked double crochet, one stitch per stitch, and then we're going to finish up the corner together. Okay, so now let's finish the last corner together. Again, we're going to connect to the previous stitch and then go into the chain space and make our linked double crochet stitch. And let's do one more linked double crochet stitch also into that corner. And we have a chain of 1. And now we're going to do our slip stitch. You can do the regular way or the invisible way. It's up to you. And now you've finished your daisy linked crochet granny square. Quick reminder, I do have a blanket for this pattern, and it uses join as you go to connect all the squares with each other. I have a separate video for this specific square to do join as you go to make the blanket. So if you want to check that out, go ahead and do so. All the links are down below in the description. And I also have an ebook for linked crochet. So if you haven't seen that yet, the link for that is down below in the description as well. I hope you loved learning how to crochet this daisy linked crochet granny square. Wasn't that so much fun? I want to know. Leave a link down below. Are you going to make this for the blanket? Are you going to make this huge checkerboard blanket using this daisy linked crochet granny square? Let me know down below. You might be inspiring others, and let us know. Are you going to make it into a checkerboard or just one color for all the green? Or even making it into a sunflower maybe, if you're switching up the colors a little bit. Leave us some comments down below. We would love to chat with you about it. And don't forget to like, comment, and share this video, and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Turn on the bell so that you get a notification next time I publish a video or go live. Now go ahead and watch the next video. It'll be right here. I'm sure you want to watch it. I'll see you next time. Bye!